I'm Ryan Pollnow, the chef owner of Flower and Water Hospitality Group here in San Francisco, and this is what's in my basket. This is my favorite all-purpose go-to chef's knife in the kitchen. It's the Sakai Kikomori. It's 240 millimeters, great size. So this knife is a Shiro 1, which means it's a pure, clean carbon steel, which is also ironclad. The cool thing about this knife is it's actually a collaboration between Bernal Cutlery and the producer. They've matched the top blacksmith in Japan with one of the best knife producers to create something that's unique to this shop. All right, so this is the donabe that I use at home. It's from Kagetsu, and what they've done is they've figured out this clay formula that really holds up to thermal shock. So going from hot to cold or vice versa isn't a problem. It takes high heat. It's the perfect size for a one-pot wonder. It's a number 8, so that means this donabe will hold about a 6-cup yield. This is our workhorse olive oil in the restaurants. We go through gallons a day. This is the Seca Hills Arbequina-based extra virgin olive oil. It is owned and operated by the Yocha Dehi Winton Nation, which is an indigenous peoples tribe in Yolo County in the Capay Valley. And it's medium bodied and medium intensity. And they do a great job of using a combination of green olives and black olives when they press. And so you're getting an olive oil that can be used in a number of different applications. We love it on grilled vegetables, finishing meats, or even raw fish. This next one has to be in my basket, and it should be in yours too. This is a 3-way partnership and collaboration between Bernal Cutlery, Prince from Japan, and us here at Flower and Water. Not only did they make a sleek design, but they took cues from the things that we care about when cutting pizza. They use the same steel as their peeler, which I'm sure you've seen in previous videos. I have one at home, I have one at the restaurant. They just make good, sturdy products. The handle has a nice ergonomics to it. There's a guard here that's gonna make sure you're not slipping into that blade. This is a quality pizza cutter. No one else has done this yet, and it's nice to see a very simple tool in the kitchen get the attention that it deserves from Prince, along with Bernal and ourselves. All right, so this knife is from the Harima line from Hitohira, and this is a Nikiri, so it's my go-to at home. Technically, it's a vegetable knife by design, but I use it for everything. This one's stainless clad, so it's gonna be a little bit easier to take care of, and for home use, I find that that's very helpful, plus the fact that it has this really comfortable walnut handle and a short blade for small apartment storage like I have here in San Francisco. This book is great, simply titled Cod. It's by one of my favorite food ingredient authors, Mark Kurlansky. You may know him from the book Salt. Whenever we can deep dive into history and geography and see how that influences food, it just helps tell the story of why we do what we do and the history and tradition behind it and the cultures that are reflected within it. This next product might make you think of Donatello from the Ninja Turtles, and you might think it's just a large rolling pin. But what this is a mozzarella, which in Emilia-Romagna, they use to roll out pasta by hand. And when you're using a wood surface and this wooden large dowel, you're imprinting texture on those noodles that's gonna make for a better bowl of pasta in the end. Shared Cultures, an amazing local company. Co-owners, Elena and Kevin, are some of the sweetest in the industry. They make a ton of different products, mostly misos. We use them in the restaurant all the time. This particular one is made with black garlic, and what I like about it is there's a balance of this really savory molasses black garlic flavor with the ferment, and also it's black bean based. So when we use it in an Italian California restaurant, we're not worried about soy products or soy allergies. Halfway through filling this basket, feeling parched, especially after a late night working in the kitchen, I discovered something, and that's the Pocari Sweat. This is an electrolyte water that has the perfect balance of salinity and a small amount of sugar, and I'm ready to keep shopping. All right, this next one's very important to me. This is On Food and Cooking by the legendary food scientist Harold McGee. This book is such a resource for any chef, and I think when you're teaching in really any setting, but especially the professional kitchen, it's important to focus on why we do things and not just how and what we do. And this book does a great job of breaking down ingredients, cooking techniques, and why things happen in the kitchen that create deliciousness. All right, this is what I would consider an important impulse buy at Bernal. This is a bird's beak paring knife. It's got a long handle that's easy to grip. Tip is small enough to get into small vegetables, nooks and crannies. I love this for peeling garlic, scraping off root vegetables, or anything that you might be doing with out-of-hand work. These are great. A simple oil can. It's copper, so as it ages, it develops this really beautiful patina. These are actually imported from Turkey, directly by Bernal Cutlery. Light and oxygen are the two things that really destroy olive oil quality over time. Even the glass bottle that most olive oils come in is gonna let in a little bit of light, where copper is gonna protect your oil. These are great for that, but also they're show-stopping on your kitchen counter. All right, this next product, we call it liquid gold in the restaurants. It's called shiokoji. It's a fermented rice product. If you think of all the delicious things in Japan, sake, soy sauce, miso, they're all starting with this same inoculated rice ferment. It doesn't have a strong flavor, but what it does bring is umami. It helps balance salt, and it also helps with tenderizing meats and getting caramelization on whatever product you've marinated in. And this product's imported by the Japanese pantry, which Greg has a long-standing relationship with the restaurant. Anything that they bring in, you know, is top quality. All right, so you're probably noticing a bit of a theme with a handful of these basket products, and that's local. This is the Chef's Press by Bruce Hill. These things are made in Oakland, California. They're great for putting a little bit of weight on something like a fish fillet, so you're getting contact with the fillet itself in the pan. We use these in many different ways in the kitchen. There's different sizes. These particular ones that I love are 13 ounces each. I recommend having 3, because a little trick that we do in the restaurants is throwing 3 of these Chef's Press upside down on a table all of a sudden becomes a trivet for large stock pots or rondeaus, and so it's really a multitasker. All right, so this next one, people might mistake it for some sort of ravioli press. It is in the pasta world, but made for noodles, a shape that comes from Liguria called corzetti, and you'll notice there's texture on both sides of the stamp. Traditionally, a family might have their family crest or some sort of symbol that's important to them. The important thing here is that texture. So you're gonna cut round pieces of sheeted pasta and then press it, creating texture on the outside that's just gonna grab onto any pasta sauce. All right, kitchen scissors are important. I always have 2 in my knife drawer. A large shear for cutting things like chicken, but then the one I find myself using most, these small Mac scissors. They're perfect for cleaning Dungeness crab, deveining shrimp, small kitchen use. I think it's always important to have a pair of scissors that's separate from maybe your arts and craft use. These Mac ones hold up for many, many Dungeness crab seasons here in the Bay Area. Next up is a tool that every professional chef has. This is a fish spat. This comes from Dewey Buoy, and when you're working with delicate things, you want to use a tool that's designed for that. So there's a slight bevel to the edge where you're gonna go underneath a product like a fish fillet. It seems like a simple purchase, but highly recommend everyone that's serious about cooking to have one of these in their kitchen too. This one's new to me. I haven't seen it here before. It's a stock pot, but it's more than that. When I see this piece, I think boiling a stock and having all of my solids caught by this fine mesh insert is gonna make for a more clarified, clear finished product. But also, this could easily fit a pound and a half of pasta noodles with easy retrieval with the mesh strainer as well. A great multitasker and just a beautiful piece of cooking equipment. Well, thank you for watching. Hopefully some of these simple kitchen tools will increase your cooking game. If you want to come see these ingredients or this equipment in action, you can find us at Flour and Water, Penny Roma, and Flour and Water Pasta Shop in the Mission, or 2 locations of our Flour and Water Pizzeria concept, one in North Beach and the other in Mission Rock. And then of course, dried pasta on the shelves, hopefully at your local grocer, and frozen pizza in that frozen aisle. So thank you for coming. This has been What's in My Basket.